Today, on Be Something Wonderful, the AIM Manifesting Method. This is big. I am your host, Tom Kieran, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, welcome back. I heard from a new subscriber that said, Tom, the question I have for you is that imagining my wish fulfilled or imagining my desire already having it just doesn't feel natural to me. It feels like I'm faking it, and I don't know how to get over that. I mean, I seem to manifest things in my life without even trying, or I guess unconsciously. But when I want to really have something and I implement this method that Neville Goddard talks about and other spiritual teachers of imagining it, it just doesn't feel real to me. I was wondering if you could talk about this. Well, guys, we're going to talk about this today and more. So here's what I want to say, guys, is that we are always manifesting. We are always attracting the things in our life according to how we think and feel and what we believe. And it really is a natural process. What gets in the way is the effort. What gets in the way is the desperate wanting of it. Thinking that we can't just decide to have it, assume that it's ours, and then imagine it and then allow it. That's really all you have to do. It's a natural process. So I really want to cover today the AIM process. AIM Manifesting Method. Why? Because this is your natural process. This is the process that's within you, that you can be, do, or have whatever your heart desires. Let's unpack this a little bit more. The AIM manifesting process. Assume, imagine, and then move. That's it. Think of this process. Think of the portal here, right? And think of where your focus is. If you focus on your wish fulfilled, notice that's in the center. If you make that the focus of your attention, if you make that your wish, what you want, your aim, your end, and then you assume it's yours, you imagine it's yours, and you move in the direction as if it's yours, then it must be yours. You're doing it all the time anyway. Imagine. The only difference is what do you have in the middle? Do you have fear of not getting something you want? Because a lot of times that's what we're focused on. We're not focused on our wish. We're focused on the fear that we can't get it, and that's what you manifest. You assume that's what you imagine, and then you move in the direction of your worst fears. Hear this. So it's about assuming it's yours. Nothing really new here. We're just looking at it in a different way, right? Making your wish fulfilled, making your end, right? Your end goal. Making that your focus and only your focus. Assume it's yours. Imagine the end you desire and then move without attachment to the outcome. Right? Remember, we're playing the game of life here. And so imagining is what we do all day long anyway. Why not have fun doing it? Why not the AIM manifesting game? Let's call it a creation game. Because that's what it is, and we're always playing the game. Let's unpack this a little bit more. So assume, the first step, and notice I'm just starting with assume. You're not even asking. You're already assuming it's yours, right? God knows what you want. Your desires are not new, right? You have them when you assume them, when you desire them. They already exist, so just assume that anything's possible. Assume you are one with your desire. Assume nothing can stop you. Assume every condition or event is evidence that you're on your path. Assume it's a sure thing, because it is. Right? Remember, assumptions is what creates reality. Right? Our thoughts and feelings and our beliefs come from the assumptions that we have of the world. That's why I'm starting with assumptions in the AIM method, because that creates everything. That drives your thoughts, that drives your beliefs, and that drives your feelings. So assume it's a sure thing. Assume thoughts of doubt, fear, and limitation will come up. Assume that they will come up. So what? Let them come up. Remember, we talked about this, right? Assume that you're going to see outcomes that you're going to judge that are not wanted, right? But resist nothing. Let them be. Let them come up, right? Assume all possibilities exist, but that you choose your wish fulfilled. Remember, we've talked about this before. All quantum possibilities exist, right? Don't ignore them. Don't deny them. Don't resist them. Simply choose the one you want. Go back to that center of the portal, your wish fulfilled. That's where your focus is, right? And so let's go on. Let's go on from assume. Then imagine. Neville Goddard talks about this. All the greats talk about this. Imagine your wish already fulfilled, right? You're imagining anyway. The reason that imagining might feel awkward to you is because you don't believe it. You don't believe that's how things come to you, but things come from what you think, feel, and believe and imagine, right? So imagine the end no matter what happens or doesn't happen in 3D. This is key. No matter what you see, no matter what comes up, imagine that end no matter what. If you persist in that end without any effort, without trying, there's nothing to do. There's not even a process here. I call this a method, but it's really your natural way of being, right? Imagine that higher power is working through you. Imagine there's an unbroken link or an unbroken connection between you and your wish fulfilled. Impossible to break that connection. You can only delay it, right? Imagine the end scene that implies your fulfillment and then feel the gratitude of already having it, right? We know this already, right? We know to imagine a simple scene, but imagine it. Just imagine it's already yours. Keep that end result in focus no matter what, right? Remember, thoughts and feelings are not who you are. They are not reality. They're your assumptions about reality. So assume in your reality that you get everything you want. That's your assumption, right? That's big. So move. So assume, imagine the AIM method, and then move. Move as if it's already yours, right? Take action. You can't do no wrong. You're going to be moved to take action. But it doesn't matter what action you take when you have your wish fulfilled in mind. And that is the center of your heart. That's the center of that portal. Then you're always going to be moving in the direction of that. It doesn't matter what happens, right? Move without attachment to any specific outcome, right? There's no need to get attached. All outcomes are okay, right? You know you're moving to your wish fulfilled. So anything that comes up becomes okay, right? Move knowing failure is only a thought and a temporary perception. Right? Remember, we talked about that. If the thought of failure comes up, say, okay, that's a possible outcome. If I stay thinking about that and I move in that direction, but I choose another outcome, right? Knowing that failure is only a thought and a temporary perception. Move while allowing all outcomes, events, and circumstances to be okay, right? Move while knowing that they're all okay, because there's nothing final in 3D, right? You get to decide. Right? You get to decide. Move with only your image and vision of wish fulfilled in mind. Right? Move with that in mind. Always going back to that vision. Move trusting implicitly in your higher self. Right? Remember, you're being moved by a higher power. You're not on your own. Right? When you assume it, when you imagine it, when you move in that direction, you're moving with your higher self now. You're moving with that higher power, right? So remember, the AIM method is natural, right? Assume, imagine, and then move. It's natural to you. You need only focus on your wish fulfilled from the assumption that it's yours. Remember, everything is about that concept of yourself in the world around you. The assumptions you make. Make that assumption, and then it must be, right? It's not a process. It's a state of being. It's about allowing your good. Right? This AIM process puts you in a state of allowing immediately. As soon as you assume it, you are now in a state of allowing it. Hear that, right? As soon as you assume it's yours, then you're going to allow everything to come because there is no outcome that can throw you off. It's already yours, right? Do nothing with your thoughts and feelings. Judge nothing. Keep moving in the direction of your wish fulfilled. Nothing can ever go wrong, right? Tell only the story of your wish fulfilled and let all the drama and trauma not related to your wish fulfilled fall by the wayside. Hear that. The reason we get pulled off it is because we start believing these thoughts and feelings about reality are reality, when they're just our assumptions about reality. They're not really what's going on. And we get pulled into the drama and trauma. And all of a sudden, the center of that portal is no longer wish fulfilled. It's something else. It's whatever the flavor of the day is, whatever the drama of the day is. Hear this. Let's go back to this, guys, because this is important. This is big. So this portal, whatever is in the middle here, is going to be your life, right? Because you're always assuming, you're always imagining, and you're always moving towards something. Why not make it your wish fulfilled? Why not make it what you want? You're in total control. This is the AIM manifesting method. This is big. I am your host, Tom Caron, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of Higher Consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification button, like and share our videos. That's how we get our message out. Hit us up on Facebook at Be Something Wonderful, on Instagram and Twitter at Tom Caron, our website at tomcaron.com or BeSomethingWonderful.com, or write me anytime at info@BeSomethingWonderful.com. I always love to hear from you. Until next time, with great love, this is Tom. See you soon.